Yo guys, welcome back to a new video. Today we're gonna be predicting and talking about the matchups. So it's gonna be match day 18 predictions. Let's get straight into it. The first game that we will talk about is West Ham vs Brentford. I see Brentford winning this game. Brentford beat Man City 2-1, and earlier today they drew against Tottenham 2-2, and I think this team's pretty underrated. They do play good football when they play up to their potential. But West Ham, they lost against my team Arsenal 3-1 today, so it's not looking good for them. They've conceded 17 goals this season and scored 12. So I don't really see Skimaka or Antonio scoring like too many goals. They've kind of been like not too good this season. So prediction, I'm gonna say 2-1 Brentford. Next game is gonna be Liverpool versus Leicester. I believe this is gonna be a entertaining one to watch, or Liverpool might batter Leicester City. So it's one of those two. So Liverpool lost 3-2 to City in the Carabao Cup, but today they did win 3-1 against Aston Villa. On the other side, Leicester lost 3-0 to Newcastle as well today, so they're starting off their campaign back in the Premier League on a loss, back from the World Cup. So the prediction is gonna be 2-1 Liverpool. I see Nunes scoring, Salah scoring, and Vardy scoring a goal as well. Man United versus Wolves will be the next game I'm gonna talk about. Wolves are currently in 18th place. They won today against Everton 2-1 in the last minute. They've hired the old Sevilla manager who won the Europa League with Sevilla. His name's like Lopetegui. I can't pronounce. We don't usually see Wolves struggling like in the past seasons. We've seen them like get 7th place, 6th, like mid-table, but this season not too good. But I do believe this new manager could turn it around. They did sign Cunha on loan from Atletico Madrid, and on Man United's side, they have players who played great in the World Cup, like Rashford, Lisandro Martinez, who won the World Cup. Bruno played well, but Sancho, he's still training to get himself physically and mentally well. So I see Man United destroying them 4-0. Newcastle versus Leeds is the next matchup I'm talking about. Newcastle currently sit in 2nd place behind Arsenal in the Premier League table. That is crazy, but Man City still have to play on Wednesday. But this Newcastle side have won the past 6 games. Like, they're playing super well. Ever since the takeover, Newcastle have been amazing, so credit to Eddie Howe and the people who made the takeover happen. Their front three is dangerous, so they have Almiron, Wilson, St. Maximin. Then they have Bruno Guimaraes, has been running the midfield. They have Joe Linton, who's been amazing as well. But since we've had a month break, we could see Newcastle not carry their form, but we did see that today. So personally, I think Leeds are a good team as well, but they're not really too good defensively, I think. They just push their players forward and leave not too many back, so that leaves them to get counter-attacked. But they do have some good players as well, like Aronson and Adams, who played on USA in the World Cup. But I do see Newcastle winning with their quality, so I'm gonna say Newcastle 3-1. Bournemouth versus Crystal Palace. I do see this one being a close one, because we could see Bournemouth turn up after the World Cup break, but Bournemouth currently sits in 14th place, above Leeds by 1 point. They have only won one game, which was against Everton in their last 5 games. On the other hand, Crystal Palace has a decent team put together. They have players like Zaha, Eze, Elise, just up front, who are pretty dangerous. If they win it, it could put them at 7th place or 8th place, depending on if Chelsea win or lose tomorrow. I see Crystal Palace winning though 2-0 and getting a clean sheet. Man City versus Everton. Man City currently sit as the title holders. They sit in 3rd place behind Newcastle and Arsenal. But if they do win on Wednesday, then they could go 2nd place behind Arsenal. But the quality of this team is amazing. Like, they got to the UCL final last season. I do see them winning the Prem if Arsenal slip up. So it's gonna be a battle between those teams, Arsenal and Man City. So Everton, on the other hand, they're in 17th place, but very close to the relegation zone, just been in the best form. So they do need to step it up, especially after today's loss versus Wolves. Lampard does need to figure something out, like sign someone, or because they don't have Calvert-Lewin, they lost Richarlison to Tottenham. But the obvious winners, I think, like you're thinking, is going to be Man City. But my prediction is going to be 5-0 to Man City. Brighton versus Arsenal. Brighton are still a good team, decent team without Graham Potter, who went to Chelsea. He's over there now, and they have a World Cup winner in the name of McAllister. He was amazing during the World Cup, I can't lie. But Brighton have been an underrated team throughout the past seasons. They've been like 7th, 8th, 9th, but very, very good team. They sit in 7th place at the moment, and this is the best I have seen Arsenal, on the other hand, in years. So they've been playing amazing football. They just came off a 3-1 win versus West Ham, and Brighton came off a win 3-1 against Southampton. But Arsenal sit at the top of the Prem, have been points clear of Newcastle, who are in 2nd right now. So without Gabby Jesus, I think it's going to be a problem, although Nketiah did score today, so that's a positive. But for this game, I think Arsenal are going to win 2-1. Tottenham versus Villa. I believe there's going to be a tight game. Reason behind that is because Spurs tied against Brentford today 2-2. And on the other hand, Villa lost to Liverpool 3-1. But the Spurs team could possibly come back. They were playing better in the second half today, but I don't know, something's off about the team. But Villa have been pretty decent under Unai Emery, so they could do something with that. He is a Europa League winner with Villarreal. I see Villa picking up upsets and picking up form in the second half of the season. But for this, I'm gonna say Villa 2-1. The last game we are gonna talk about is Forest versus Chelsea. Forest haven't been too good this season. They currently sit in the 18th spot, so that's just in the relegation zone. Earlier in the season, they did beat Liverpool. I believe it was 2-1. I mean, that's decent, but they need to pick it up to get it out of the relegation zone. But Chelsea, on the other hand, they are struggling ever since Potter was appointed. But they currently sit in 8th place in the table, just under Brighton. They haven't had a good game in the past 5 games. They haven't won a game. They've drew 1 game and lost the rest, I believe. So they need to pick it up, definitely. Their attack needs to start flowing because they have only scored 17 goals and conceded the same amount. So Graham Potter needs to get something going there. They did sign Nkunku, so he might be like a change there, and some Brazilian wonder kids have also been signed. My prediction is gonna be 3-0 Chelsea against Bournemouth. That will be it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I would appreciate it if you do drop a like and comment down below any of your predictions for the games. Comment your prediction for the team you support for that game. So let me know. Drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.